spend the day with me at the Quilt Festival. Don't forget to stop to the end if you want to see the fabric haul. See you in a bit. Good morning. Now you're going to have to excuse me. It is 6:30 in the morning. I am still in my pyjamas and I am off to the Quilt Festival today at the NEC in Birmingham, and I am of course hemming my trousers as you do. So yeah, I kind of I wasn't quite sure what I was going to wear today, and then yesterday me and Mr. Sparkles took my mum, because my mum's over from Spain, to a local outlet villagey place nearby, and because my mum wanted to get some bits and pieces and she doesn't really kind of get that option very often, so I thought, oh, we'll go. And I found this beautiful pair of white jeans. I know, look at me, white, and the white jeans, oh, risky or what. Anywho, they're a white barrel leg jean, and I like every time I go shopping I look for a pair of white jeans. I've never been able to find a pair that I like and that fits me nicely. And I saw these, they were in the sale, they were less than £20, and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to get them. But of course, being off, you know, ready to wear, they were far too long for me, and so yeah, I'm making them my own and I am hemming them up. So I have popped on this Sewing Rocks label on the back. I have taken off this amount off the bottom, and I have pinned them up ready to go again. I've basically used the hem to make the hem exactly the same size, so they kind of look like I haven't done anything to them, even though I have. So I'm gonna change the needle on my machine, because I've currently got a Microtex needle, and I'm gonna stick a jeans needle in and some white thread, because I've currently got pink. And then I'm gonna hem those up, and then I'm gonna jump in the shower and get myself washed and dressed and ready to go, and then I'll see you back here and I'll tell you all about my day today, and my little adventure to Birmingham NEC, the Quilt Festival. So I've hemmed the trousers, just need to give them a quick press. I've now put black on my machine, and I'm going to do the label. So I've kept white in my bobbin so that I'll, if anything shows on the jean, that will be white, but then I've got black on the label. So the trousers are all hemmed. I'm all ready to go. I have got this lovely shirt. It's the French Navy Seneca shirt in this gorgeous eyeletted fabric that I got from the fabric godmother that I always want to call fairy godmother. And yeah, and do you know what? I'm just wearing it. I was thinking about wearing a top underneath, a little vest top, but I've got a black bra on and I think it looks absolutely fine. So yeah, and there we go. And yeah, I've hemmed my trousers. I should put up a little picture in, and I've literally got them just touching the top of my feet, which is where I like to have them, because then I can wear them both with trainers and with my Birkenstocks. And today I think I'm going to wear my Birkenstocks rather than my trainers. but then I might be more comfortable in my trainers. I don't know. I'm still undecided, so we'll see. When I walk out the door, I'll choose the shoes that feel more comfortable to me. So I'll just show you what I'm taking with me. I am taking my painter's tote, which is a pattern from my lovely friend Luke, and I will actually be meeting Luke today. So I am very excited about that. So I thought I'd take my painter's tote with me, and I've got everything that I need in there for the day, and then plenty of room left for fabric and other purchases that I might need to get today. So I'm going to turn you around the other way so you can see the full ensemble, and yeah, see you in a bit. So I am out of the house and I'm just walking down to the station. So I'm gonna get to Leamington Station and get the train into Birmingham International, and then that takes me right into the NEC, and then it's quite a walk, but yeah, kind of takes you straight there. So I've got my Birkenstocks, decided on my Birkenstocks. I'll try and see if I can take a picture of my feet if you want to see that. Sounds a bit weird, but yeah, it's a nice day. It's not too hot. I think it's perfect for the show actually. So yeah, I'll see you when I get to the train station. As you can see, I went with the Birkenstocks and they did me well all day, and there was a lot of walking. So I'm at Leamington train station, so sorry for all of the background noise, but this is a train station, so there are trains and announcements and tannoys and all of that. Now, proof I'm at a train station. Now, my train to the NEC, to Birmingham International, is delayed. Hurrah! And they reckon it's about a 20-25 minute delay, so I have let Luke know that I am delayed, because we are supposed to be meeting at the station, and yeah, so now it's just time to wait. I'm in an hour in whether to go and get a cup of tea. Then if I go and get a cup of tea, I don't know, I think I'll just hang around for a bit. And I did just in the waiting room pop and see a lady that I teach sewing, so we did have a little kind of a look at what we were both wearing and chatted about sewing for a bit. She's off on holiday, she's and I'm going to the quilting festival, but so that was lovely. Right, it's time to wait. So after a 25-minute delay at Leamington Station, I managed to get on the train and got to the quilt festival, so all good news. And then I met up with the lovely Luke and we decided that we would do the quilts first. So the way it's all set up at the NEC is that all of the quilts are all displayed out. There's marshals kind of going around, so if you've got any questions you want to ask, they're always happy to answer. And then they have all of the quilts hung up, no touching, but you can look as close as you like. And there was some fantastic quilts on show. Sorry for my terrible camera action, but I was trying to work around the lots and lots of crowds of people that were there. There was some real creativity on show. I definitely had some of my favourites. Up there was this beautiful depiction of Joan of Arc. I loved that it was kind of Joan of Arc, but actually was a bit Star Warsy. She looks like she's got a lightsaber there. The colours were absolutely beautiful. There was lots of creativity in the quilts. I mean, there was a few fairly unique ones, as you can see here. My favourite part of the quilt festival is all of the wearable quilts. Obviously, being a lover of dressmaking, something that you can wear just really holds with me and definitely gave me lots and lots of inspiration. I particularly love this dress here that Luke is recording. I just thought it was fabulous. I would love to make something like that. And here's Luke taking a little rest. The winner of one of the quilts was definitely one of my favourites, was this lovely set of wings. And we managed to hang out with the designer of this particular piece, Matt Wilding, and here is a piece that he did last year, and I'm posing with the Wings of Pride. So absolutely fantastic day. After looking at all of the quilts, it was time to do a little bit of fabric therapy, fabric shopping, and a little bit of schmoozing too with some of the people on the stores. So I went and had a little look at the Janome store, the Janome stand, and it was very busy. So I did go back a little bit later in the day to have a chat. But I spy with my little eye the machine that they are using in the sewing bee. There it is, folks. So I've just found a little quiet corner at the Quilt Festival. Quiet corner. That's a bit of an oxymoron, but there we go. Yeah, so we've had a lovely morning. I've spent most of the morning with the lovely Luke, and we've just had some lunch, and now we are ready to do some serious shopping. So hopefully you've seen a little bit of footage of us going around the show, and I'll see you a bit later. Hello. I have a friend with me.
Hello.
We've had a nice day, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a long day and it's only halfway through.
Yeah, a little cheeky Prosecco at lunchtime so I can take on the world, which is good fun. And I've just been to see the lovely Lizzie from British Silk Studio. She's here, she's been doing classes, hasn't she?
Yeah, mini quilt classes.
She hasn't got her patterns here today, but she's and told her more about my plans for one of my secret squirrel projects, which is exciting. So you probably guess what that is now. And yeah, I've got my shopping. I'll show you that when I get home later. And yeah, the only thing that's left on my list is my fabric for my Scottish Foxhound dress.
Yeah, you've seen some options.
I've seen a few options. I have to say, I think I might go online and have a little look. I think that there's been some lovely fabrics here, but not.
I think it's because it's so specifically designed for quilts.
Yeah.
Unless you quilted something. No. And then you could have it here next year.
Yeah. Although, I do.
Yeah.
Fancy
Maybe.
that?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll do it first. Here's a closer look at the machine that I'm pretty sure they're using in this series of the Sewing Bee. It's the Janome Horizon 8200 QCP, and they had a special show price on it. It was very tempting, but I think Mr. Sparkles was very glad when I came home without one. So, I'm back at the station again. It's very windy, but I'm now at Birmingham International Station and on my way home. So, I've just had a lovely cuppa with the lovely Mandy and the lovely Laura and the lovely Adam. And I said goodbye to Luke a little bit earlier. I've just done the 20-minute walk from the NEC to the platform, and I'm exhausted and I'm loaded with bags, which I will show you later. So yeah, it's been a great day. See you in a bit. Hello again. So you may have realised it is the next morning. So I got my train. It was another delayed train. So by the time I got back, it was past 6 o'clock. My mum and Mr. Sparkles had been kind of home alone all day, so I wanted to spend some time with them. So we had a lovely takeaway meal and we just sat and put the worlds to rights. I did get a little bit of my haul out to kind of let them know, but I definitely wasn't ready for filming. So I thought I'd do it this morning. I have got, I'm just doing a jobs day today. You know, when you kind of I've been busy this week and I just kind of need to do all of those, you know, sorting jobs. So I've got my Mix It Up tee in my lovely Star Wars fabric with this black jersey, and I've got my black, they're not Stella joggers. Which ones are they? They're the CC joggers from Tilly and the Buttons, which I love and are incredibly comfortable. So yeah, so it's comfy cozy today, and I thought I would show you my haul and tell you a little bit about my day yesterday. I've been going through my pictures and videos this morning, and I've realised I was really rubbish. I've tried to kind of give you an idea and a feel of the day as much as I can. I singularly failed to get any still pictures of me and Luke. So that was rubbish. And I singularly failed to get any pictures of me with Adam Sows, who yeah, so I was just a bit rubbish in that respect, but you know, hey ho, sometimes you just have to live in the moment, and I definitely did that and had a lovely day. My feet are a little tired this morning, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm really glad that I wore my Birkenstocks in the end, because it was quite, even though it was a cooler day and it did rain most of the day, you could hear in the NEC, the rain on the roof was phenomenal, but it was quite warm, and I tend to, I mean, I'm a lady of a certain age, I get hot all the time, but if my feet get hot, I'm hot and I'm just hot. So I thought, actually, I think I did quite well choosing my Birkenstocks, because I did get quite warm, and I think that did help. If I'd have had my trainers on, I would have been even hotter. So yeah, that's enough about my feet, obsessed. But yeah, it was a brilliant day. I do just what we had a lovely day yesterday, and I had a lovely time chatting to my lovely friend Luke, and I would just like to ask you that they are very close to their 1,000 subscribers, and it's really important if you have a new YouTube channel like Luke, so that you get to that 1,000 subscriber kind of benchmark. So if you feel like it, and if you fancy doing something kind and lovely today, because maybe you haven't filled your kind and lovely quota for today and you want to go and do some more sparkly, kind and lovely things, then pop over to Luke's channel, I will link it down below, and give them a like and a subscribe, because you know, it's a nice thing to do, and they have some really, really good content over there, and interesting stuff, and still reigning Queen Bee. So yeah, there you go, that's my little plug. You want to see what I got when I went shopping, don't you? So we were really good. First things first, in the morning we just wandered, had an absolutely lovely time, saw all the quilts, kind of did all the good stuff, and then in the afternoon we did a bit of kind of together shopping, a bit of split up shopping, and kind of we had our own things to do as well. And yeah, and in the afternoon I kind of got busy with my shopping. So most of things were on my list, so that was very good. But before I go on to the things that I picked up yesterday, I just want to show you two things that I picked up the day before. Now, if you go back to this morning, or yesterday morning, the beginning of the video, when I told you about where I got my jeans from, because I've taken my mum to the outlet centre. When we went to the outlet centre, on the way back, we went past a little place called The Valley, which is in Evesham. And we know that that's always a good place to stop for a cup of coffee. And Mum wanted to stop for a cuppa, so we stopped there. And there's a little fabric shop, cum crafting centre there. And whenever we go that way, I always pop in and have a look. And I did. And I picked up a couple of things. So I picked up one of these, which are, as you know, I'm a bit of a collector of these patches because I absolutely love them, and I've not seen this one before, and it's got the spool of thread on, so I had to have that for my collection because I don't have it. So that was that. and they had a beautiful pile of remnants, and I picked up this remnant. It's a 90 centimetre piece, so I don't think I'll be getting a garment out of it, and actually it's shouting to me bag. I think I would like to get a bag out of it, and if I can make it work, I'm actually thinking I'd quite like a backpack out of it, because I love this fabric, and I actually remember back there in the 90s having a backpack in this type of fabric. So yeah, it was a 90 centimetre piece. It was a remnant piece. I think it was something like £6. It's really good quality fabric, and I love it. And of course, it's black and white. It was going in my basket. So I have, there's not necessarily got a plan as such, although I do want to make it into a bag. But if you've got any better ideas, it's 130 wide by about 90 centimetres. So if you've got any better ideas, let me know. So that's what I picked up before the Quilt Festival. And then we went to the Quilt Festival. So I think these might not be in the right order, apologies. I think the first port of call was Purple Stitches. I always go and pop and see them at Purple Stitches when I go to the shows, and I know that they're there because I absolutely love all of their bits and pieces. And I needed to get some hardware. So I needed some 1-inch, the 25mm hardware, because I've got quite a lot of the larger hardware. When I go through to plan my bags, and kind of what I do is when I plan a bag, I get everything together, get all the hardware, put it all in my project bag, and then I know that I've got that matches that fabric. But the one thing that I didn't have were the smaller ones. So I got a couple of the rainbow ones, I got a couple of the silver ones, and I got a couple of the gunmetal ones, because these are the ones that I tend to use when I use my black and white ones. These ones I tend to use because they go with everything, and these ones are fun because they're rainbows. So yeah, so I got quite a big haul of those, but they're just the same. Ooh, I think I got 3 of each in the end. Because the reason that I kind of like to have a stash of these is I use them all the time. But obviously if you've got a bag and you just need to buy one, you're buying that online, then you've got to buy the postage and packaging on top. So it ends up being quite expensive. Whereas if you get them at the shows, no postage and packaging. So I stocked up. Oh, excuse me. I think there might be a little bit of hay fever season going on. I feel like, oh, apologies. I'll try and if I do have to sneeze, I'll try and see if I can edit that out, because you don't want to see that. The other thing that I bought from Purple Stitches was this lovely webbing. And again, I have got, when I went through my webbing basket, I have got loads and loads of the wider webbing, but not very much of the thinner stuff. And sometimes, you know, certain types of bags need the thinner webbing. So I got this. Well, you know why I got this, because it's going to go with all the stuff I like. And then I got this because it is really cute. So this was definitely a considered purchase because, and I will tell you this before I show you the other stuff, because then that will make sense. On Thursday, me and Mr. Sparkles are going to go down to visit family friends of ours. When I say they are friends, they are a family. They are not our family, although they feel like our family, because it's Simon's best friend, and he has got to go and to a hospital appointment, and it's summer holidays, and so somebody needs to look after their girls. They've got 2 lovely girls, and we are their godparents, and we jumped at the chance to spend the day with them. Now, they have my old sewing machine, and whenever I go down, we always have little sewing lessons. And so because I knew we were going to have the day together, they have sent me little designs that they want to make bags. So one of them is off to secondary school next year, and she wants a bag to hold her mobile phone, because that's going to be happening, which is very exciting. And the other one that's a bit younger just wants a bag to put all of those important sweeties in, all that kind of stuff. So with that in mind, now of course I have got lots of fabrics, and I'm sure I would have had crafting cottons and fabrics in my stash that I could use for those, but I just wanted to buy a few that I thought they would like. And along came this lovely company here, and they are called Fabric Chicks. So I've never come across them before, but I saw them at the show, and they had a lovely big tub of fat quarters, and it was a stonking deal as well. The fat quarters, they were it was 10 for £10, so it was like £1 each, which you can't really go wrong, can you? And they had some really, really lovely ones. I'll quickly show you the ones that I got. I got these Sharky Sharks. I mean, who doesn't love that? I got these crazy bunnies. Something about that I really liked, and I think the girls like too. They do like a mermaid, so who doesn't like a mermaid? Oh, my hair has gone crazy today. I couldn't resist these chickens. I mean, I don't know whether the girls will particularly like these, but I loved them, and I had to choose 10. So I got some flamingos. Again, if the girls don't really like these, I know someone that will. Got these little lemons. If you see a rocket, you have to buy a rocket. I thought this one would be nice because it would blend in with some of the others. And then I got another mermaid, and I got another shark as well, because I got 2 of those, because I had a little inkling that there was a possibility that they both might want the same of some of them, so I got those. So I thought that was an absolute bargain. And then, because you do, so I went to Patches, and they had a little deal on their fat quarters. They were a little bit more expensive, but I really liked the design. And these were £2 each rather than £1 each. And then I got this one because I just think it's adorable. And then I got this one again because I think it's adorable. And then I got this one because I thought it would be a nice blender. And I got 2 of these ones because, again, I like the colours and I thought it would blend in with the other ones. And I'm gonna take them all along and let them choose. I'm also going to take my big box of plain fabrics and cotton blenders so they can choose those. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really excited about that. And then we popped past a stall that they were promoting cruises. Now, one of the things that I've always fancied doing, I mean, I love a cruise, and I've always fancied cruising the Hurtigruten through Norway. But what I've really thought kind of bucket list is I'd love to be able to teach a class on the cruise ships. And obviously they were at the quilting show, so that they were promoting kind of sewing cruises. So I didn't buy a cruise. I didn't book a cruise. I haven't suddenly won the lottery. There's no big news here. But what I did do is I entered a competition to win a cruise. So you never know. And I got a tote bag. And it came in really handy because, you know, everyone needs a tote bag. And I did. And even though Luke's Painter's Tote is an absolutely fabulous bag and it does fit an awful lot of stuff in, I did, yeah, it was at capacity. Now, one of the reasons it was at capacity, because one of the things that I bought was quite large. I bought 3 meters of this lovely fusible interfacing for bag making. Now, the reason I bought this is not actually for me. So I teach a group of lovely ladies on a Monday, and one of the ladies her daughter is getting married later this year, and she would like to make little gifts for all of her daughter's friends, and she's making little kind of pouchy makeup bags kind of thing. And so she asked me to get her some of this, and they had some really good deals on the interfacing in the show. So I picked up some interfacing, which is, boring but necessary. And I have to say, there was a really, really knowledgeable guy on the store. It was quite busy, so I didn't feel like I could take up a load of his time, but he was really knowledgeable. So I asked him lots of questions about interfacing. So yeah, and I will share those with you at another time. So that's the thing, because you get this information and then you get to pass it on, which is very exciting. Right, the last crafty thing before I get on to dressmaking fabrics. I know this is taking some time, isn't it? It's going to be a very long video. I hope you've got a cup of tea with you. So I was a very good girl. I kept all of the cards that people gave me with each purchase, so I remembered where I got it from. So this is called the White Gecko Craft Lounge, and they were doing the charm packs. So these are 5-inch squares charm packs, and of course it's a quilting show. They're mainly used for quilting, but I am actually planning to use these for dressmaking. So as I alluded to when I was talking to you at the show with Luke, is that I have got a bit of a secret squirrel planned, all from scrap fabrics, and I have cut, I think I've cut something like 260, I think at last count it was 260 5-inch squares, but I thought that I would add these to the kind of mix, because then these are definitely the colour scheme that I'm going for, and then I know I can kind of add them in easily, because I've been finding the right colours in my scraps a bit difficult. So I'm going to match these with the ones that I've got, and these were a real bargain. They were 3 for £30, so I thought, do you know what, why not? So, and when I go into more details of my project, I will go into more details of those. So that was, I keep looking because this is where my haul is. Everything is here. So that's why I keep looking down. I do apologise. And then I went to Rainbow Fabrics, and they had their, you kind of, what do you call it? It was just kind of like a big pile full of fabrics. It looked, it's a bit like a oldie jumble sale, you know what I mean? And yeah, but it was all £5 a metre. So I found this piece, and it was a 3 metre piece. In fact, is it 3 and a bit. But I got it for £15, and it's got stars on. I saw this, and straight away it's quite a good weight cotton, and it will make a perfect Zoe dress. So yeah, I know, another Zoe dress. It's what I do, but I know that I'll wear it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that one. That one wasn't necessarily on my list, but when you see starry fabric, you just have to buy the starry fabric. So that was that. And then the last one was definitely on my list. I have been looking for a while for some linen for my Scottish frocktails dress. I'm pretty much fixed on the pattern that I'm going to make now, but I needed some linen that kind of some kind of had a bit of criteria to it. It needed to be drapey. It needed to be a good weight but not too heavy. It needed some drape to it. It needed to be a good weight, but it needed to not be see-through, because I don't fancy lining it all. And not ridiculously expensive, because I need 4, I think I need 4.2 meters, but I got 5 meters because, you know, you just never know. So this is it. This is the colour. I think that I can rock this colour. I do love red. I do love me in red. And yeah, and this is it. So it's a viscose linen. I bought it from, where did I buy it from? Roy's. I bought it from Roy's Material World. And yeah, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, it's, you know, it's a nice weight. It's nice and drapey. I mean, it'll let the light through, but actually when you put your hands up against it, you can't see anything. So I think it'll be absolutely fine. And yeah, that's what I got. So that was cool. I think I can hear people up and about now. So that might be my call to leave. So, morning, Mum! So, yeah, quite a haul. I hope you enjoyed coming round the Quilt Festival with me. Don't forget to give me a like. Drop me a comment down below. And I will see you really soon. Don't forget to sparkle. Bye for now.